Let me tell you something that almost cost me my US green card. Like many others, I genuinely thought the EB1A was only for Nobel Prize winners. People with 50 publications, 10 patents, and a name that everybody knows. I was a PhD student, no master's degree, living on a stipend less than $1,200 a month. And someone, an actual professional, told me that I didn't qualify. Anyway, I did what most people in my position would do. I almost gave up. But suddenly, I started to ask myself a different question. Not, do I actually qualify, but do I understand what USCIS is looking for? Interestingly, those are two different questions, and the answer to that changed my life forever. To be honest, I had to file the EB1A myself. No lawyer, no consultant, but eventually, I got approved. I'm sure you're surprised. Let me give you the full picture so you would understand that this wasn't an easy peasy journey. I arrived in the United States in the fall of 2021. I was doing my PhD in a social science course. Nothing about me was out of the blues. I didn't have numerous publications or an award that would make you scream. On top of that, I was living on a less than $1,200 monthly stipend, which I could barely save up from after paying so many utilities. At the time, I couldn't even afford a lawyer or a consultant, even if I wanted to use one. My application fee was because I actually saved up from an internship that I did. If not, I would have swiped my credit card to make the payment for it, because man was counting every dollar to the cent. And do you know the interesting part? I was approved within days of submitting my EB1A application. This was a straight approval, no RFE and no back and forth. I actually believe some people intentionally complicate this process so that they can make money off people like you and me. Ever since I got my approval, I have helped a good number of persons in the application process. There was somebody I actually worked with that had previously gotten denied, and I worked with them when they refiled the application and they got approved. If you're like me and you've been told no or this isn't for you, I want you to keep watching. Do you know what makes the EB1A actually intimidating? It's actually not that the standard that USCIS set is impossibly high, but it's that a layman like you and me would take forever to understand what the requirement is. You read the criteria and you see language like sustained national international acclaim, a person with extraordinary ability. Immediately your brain starts comparing yourself to somebody who has like 10 years work experience or somebody who has all the Nobel Prize in the world. After reading USCIS websites for about a month back to back, like I was studying for an exam, I understood clearly the criteria. That was why I was able to eventually file by myself and got approved. To be very honest, one of the things USCIS are looking for is that you fulfill 3 out of the 10 extraordinary ability criteria. There's more to it, yes, but it's actually 3, not all the 10. And it's not actually enough to meet those 3 criteria. You need to understand that you are telling a story from a bigger picture, and that is where a lot of people miss it when they write the application. Do you know what is the actual problem? A lot of people don't get this clarity that I got. They either spend thousands of dollars working with somebody else who actually don't explain to them, and they are lost in the process. I created this course to be the thing I wish I had when I was working on my application process, because it would have saved me more time and having to attend different webinars just to eventually get inconsistent or incorrect information. The course is titled The Ultimate EB1A Blueprint, your step-by-step guide to US permanent residency. This is a complete do-it-yourself course that helps you in the EB1A application from beginning to the end. Not just what to do, but why it works and how to present your story in a way that USCIS actually understands. Whether you're in the United States on a visa, F1, OPT, H1B, this course is for you, or whether you're outside of the United States planning to come to the US. Here's what you actually get inside this course to know how comprehensive it is. This course walks you through an objective profile evaluation before you actually go through the writing process. In this course, I served as your interpreter to clearly explain each of the criteria that USCIS is expecting in a plain language. Most importantly, I actually spoke about the final merit of determination, which is how USCIS ultimately evaluates your application. Other important things covered in this course is how to organize your exhibit, how to fill your form, how to submit, and so many things that you need to know, even what you need to know post approval. The juicy part about this course is that I actually included AI prompts that is going to help you in your brainstorming. Not right for you, but it's going to help you in your brainstorming and also help you evaluate what you're doing. Everything in one place. Like, this is a lot of information you have just in one place. Wherever you are as a professional journey, this course is for you. In my interaction over the years with so many people, I think a lot of people are more qualified than they think. Sometimes the problem is not your profile, it's that nobody shows you how to read the USCIS website correctly. Here's one free advice I'm going to give you. The best time to actually start working on your green card process is actually before you desperately need it. Don't wait until the last minute, because by the time you wait, you have lesser options. If you are ready to understand where you stand, file yourself, and build your case with confidence, then visit the link below. You can actually do the profile evaluation before you actually purchase the course. This is one of the best work I've made. I built this roadmap and I'm handing it over to you. My name is Joseph and I'll see you inside.